You know that old saying, you win some, you lose some? Well, this review, unfortunately, is an example of you lose some. So for all the people in the lovely world of the YouTube comment section that say, George, you're never going to give a fair review and tell us like it is if the brand sends you an item for free, well, this one's dedicated to you. What up, everybody? George Langabeer here. The Anona Holo Smart Lock. That's what today's review is all about. And I want to thank Anona for sending me this smart lock to do this review. This is not a sponsored video. They just sent it to me to try out. But like I said, this one is going to get interesting. I wanted to like it. I really did. But I'm still going to give that fair review because I'm a professional. And that's what I said I would do. So here we go. I'm going to do the unboxing. I'm going to talk about the price and specs, installation and setup, and give you my full review, my fair full review, pros and cons. Let's get started with the unboxing. All right, now that we've unboxed, let's talk about installation and setup. Now this is a retrofit lock, so in theory, it should be great for renters like myself. You're just replacing the inside part of your hardware on your deadbolt, not the outside. So in my case, if my maintenance crew ever needs to get in here or my landlord for some reason, they can still get in because the hardware is the same. It also makes the installation easier. It's very quick setup. You're just taking out your old hardware on the inside, replacing it with this lock. Very simple. And then you're going to add the lock to the Anona app. Now this connects to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. You're just going to follow the step-by-step procedure. Now this did connect to the actual app flawlessly. It's when we got into the Matter integration because this is supposed to be a Matter compatible smart lock, and I wanted to get an Apple Home using it that way. And that's going to be in the pros and cons. But let's just say that didn't happen. But in theory, you would set it up in the Anona app and then add it to Matter. And then you're good to go. Then you got it in the app. You can control it with the Anona app, or in theory, Google Home, Lady A from Amazon, or Siri using Apple Home if you can get it into Matter. All right, so that's installation and setup. Let's talk price and specs. This lock is available in antique silver or obsidian gray. You got two different options for purchase. You can do just the lock for $129.99, or you can get the lock plus the keypad for $149.99, which is what I have. Now I just looked on Amazon and this is saying unavailable, so I find that interesting. But if for some reason you still want this lock, the affiliate link will be in the description below. As far as specs, you got keyless entry via your phone or a passcode. They say this lock supports Matter, which means it should be compatible with every smart home platform known to man. But I'm going to plead the fifth on that one for right now until we get to the pros and cons. It has built-in Wi-Fi, so no need for a smart home bridge. Like I said before, the installation is easy. You don't need to replace the outside of your deadbolt, which makes this go quicker, so easy installation. It has advanced security features like auto lock and door status alerts. There are 5 ways to use this lock: app control, voice commands, using a passcode, using the auto lock, and you can also use a physical key because, like I said, the outside of your door is unchanged. And I mentioned this, but you have door status detection, meaning the app will alert you on whether or not your door is open or closed. They're claiming 4 to 6 months of battery life in standard Wi-Fi mode, or up to 8 months in low power mode. For low power mode, you're losing the remote control and the real-time alerts. In the app, you've got a 24/7 activity feed, and this operates on your 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network, and it uses Bluetooth 5.4. Okay, as I said, I'm going to make this a fair review, and the Anona app is a decent app, so let's cover some of the main features of the app. All right, you can get the Anona Smart Lock app in the iOS App Store or the Google Play Store. Then you're going to sign up for an account and you're going to add your device, like I said. Here's our home screen. You've got some notifications at the top right. You got the plus button, add your device. There you've got your lock. You got the status of your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi, and your battery percentage. You got your icon to slide to unlock or lock. And then if you swipe up, you've got device sharing to share with family members. Your keypad management tells you if it's connected. You can change your different codes, passcodes for different people and different guests. You can turn on your low power mode. And again, if you turn that on, you're not going to have remote control or real-time alerts. You can temporarily auto lock disable. And then you've got your lock settings. There you can control your auto lock and the duration. So that's how quickly it will lock right behind you. Now, I did have a couple times where the auto lock did not work. And so we went for a walk a couple times, came back, and the door was still unlocked. You get to rely on that auto lock, which is a problem. And there we were relying on it. When we came back, our door was unlocked. You got travel mode, where you can set up low power working, add a guest password, and device sharing. Now you calibrate the lock when you first set it up. If you need to do it again, you can do it right there under lock calibration. You can control your sound settings and the volume. Change the name of your device. There's your Wi-Fi information. Device notification, you can allow notifications or not. Abnormal notification, general event notification, and other notifications. Change your time zone. Some general device information. It's where you can upgrade your firmware. Move your device to another family if you move or whatever. And there it is. That's the part that changes with different firmware updates. This was different the first time I got the app. But there's your Apple Home integration. You hit that to bind. And that's where I keep getting the error messages, which I'm going to talk about in the cons section of this review. That's where you can add it to Alexa. Your user guide, feedback, and you can delete the device. Go down below, you have today's events. So it kind of gives you an update of the door being open or closed, and if you unlocked and locked. Go all the way to the bottom of the screen, there's your 24/7 log, which is nice to have. And then if you go to this icon, the bottom right, you can see your account information. Go to the Anona store, check for an update, feedback. If you go to the settings, it's just some very general settings. That is the Anona app. Uh-oh. It's time for my review. Now, like I said, I'm going to be fair, so we're going to do pros and cons. I'm going to start with my pros. The inside part of the lock, the main part of the lock, is very premium looking, very modern looking, and I like the design. Another pro, installation was a breeze, like I said. Renters that are just looking for a basic smart lock, this lock might be for you. You don't have to change that exterior hardware, so it's great for landlords and maintenance and such. I'm a fan of the Anona app. So natively, without trying to do the Matter compatibility, which we're about to talk about, the app is great. You've got everything you want in there. It's well laid out, easy to use for all levels of tech expertise. The very general functions of a smart lock work well with this lock. So if you want to control it remotely through the Anona app, great. If you want to just actually turn the latch, great. The keypad worked pretty well. So the basic functions were a pro. Let's talk cons, and let's keep it simple first. Now, you know, when you have a smart home and you're married, you want to keep your spouse happy. I'm going to tell you 2 cons that Teresa, my wife, told me to mention. Number 1, she told me right off the bat that she thought the keypad looked janky. Now, once she said that, I could never look at it the same. Like I said, I think the interior part of the lock looks premium, but I could never look at the keypad the same. So I'm going to agree with her, because after that, I thought it looked janky as well. She also complained that when you actually put in your code to the keypad, that the lock made a very weak sound. And once again, once she said that, that's all I could hear. So that's from the spouse's point of view. Talking about the keypad, I wish it had a fingerprint reader, because this was supposed to be Matter compatible, which I was going to put in an Apple Home. And then I could have used Siri, but it didn't have Apple Home Key. So I wished it would add a fingerprint reader, just because sometimes putting in the code on a keypad, you might as well just unlock the door with your key. Now, it can be great for guests and things like that, so the keypad still has an advantage. I just wish I had a fingerprint reader. All right, the elephant in the room, the final con, Matter compatibility. Yeah, right. Or lack thereof. Man, when I heard about this lock, I was so excited about it, to get another Apple Home lock, get my hands on it and review it. If you say you have a Matter compatible smart lock, it should be Matter compatible. Otherwise, I consider it false advertising. Right out of the box, I tried to get this in Apple Home. I got 2 error messages constantly. Couldn't connect to the network, accessory not found, over and over again. Now, I was communicating with my Anona rep. I was communicating with other creators who were also having the same problem. So it wasn't just me. I thought maybe I needed a new lock. But no, they told me it was a known issue and that they were working on it with firmware updates. I kept waiting for those firmware updates. They would send it out. I would try it. Still no luck. I woke up one time, they actually completely changed the app in the Matter section. I thought, okay, cool. This is completely different. That means they really did something. Nope, same problem. It got to the point where they just ghosted me. They didn't respond anymore. And I just tried this morning, just for the benefit of the doubt, same 2 messages over and over again. Now, my time is valuable, and I wasted hours trying to get this lock into Apple Home to give them the benefit of the doubt. And again, I've asked other people just to make sure it wasn't just me. To be fair, it's an issue. I see on Amazon that this lock currently isn't available, all different models, and I have a feeling that's why. I just can't believe that it just sold out. On the Anona site, you can still buy the lock, which I find is weird, but I have a feeling that's the reason it's not on Amazon right now. It's the Matter compatibility issue. So they need to fix it, or there's no way I can endorse you purchasing this lock. Unless you just really want a very basic smart lock that looks pretty premium on the inside of your door, but you don't care about Matter compatibility, okay, go for it. But otherwise, man, I feel like it's false advertising, and I don't like that. Now, everybody I spoke to there while they were communicating with me was very nice. So I give them that, and they were trying, but now they've disappeared. So I don't know what the deal is, but not cool. And quite frankly, pisses me off. So I will tell you, in the whole history of SilverHammer surveillance, since 2008, I have tried so many different devices in my life. Then the YouTube channel, doing all these reviews. This is the first time I've ever had something sent to me that when I was done with it, I threw it in the trash. So there you go. You think I won't tell it like it is when somebody sends me something for free? Think twice. That's my review of the Anona Holo Smart Lock in all its glory. What do you think? What's your opinion on smart locks? Do you have a smart lock that you love? Is there one that you have that I have not reviewed on the channel that you would like me to? Let me know in the comments, please. In the meantime, I hope Anona gets their act together and makes this what it should be. But right now, sorry. Let's just move on. I appreciate your support so much. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I hope you all know how I feel about you. You've been through it with me, man, and I love you all. So until the next video, peace and love, my friends.